but his friend was like, I bet you won't. Like, I dare you. I'm like, shoot, all right.
Are you listening?
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Shantae, and today in my world, before I even get started with this video, let me ask you all this. Have you ever been told to do a dare and you didn't know if you really want to do it, or did you do it and you regretted it? Like, you know, somebody be like, I dare you to do this. Or if you play truth or dare and you were the one who picked dare. Like, do you ever think about like the consequences that may come from that dare? I don't even know. But today I'm going to be doing a story time on a dare that I was told to do. And I also just took it into the consideration of if I really wanted to do it or not. But I did. So with this video, it's going to be a story time. So guys, go ahead and like this video. Comment down below. Answer that question to me. Like, have you ever did a dare that you didn't know if you was going to do it or not? Or did you do it and it had a consequence? Or what happened? Make sure that you share this video, and most importantly, make sure that you subscribe to this video. So this video is going to be short. It's not going to be that long because this story time is just crazy. And it actually happened a long time ago. But that's how you know that it was a dare that I'll never forget. So when I was younger, I had this best friend that lived on my street. And we were, her family knew my family. We went over each other's house. We spent the night, all that. We always, once we got out of school, met up with each other. Like, literally ran to the house, threw our book bags down, met up with each other, and just was outside or just over each other's house. So this specific day, she was over my house and we was sitting in the dining room. So we was trying to figure out what we wanted to do or what we was about to do. We was either gonna go upstairs in my room and do something, or we was about to go outside. So I have two older sisters. So my older sisters wasn't at the house yet, and my parents weren't there either. It was just us. Wasn't at the house yet. So they happened to come to the house. They was coming, like, walking down the street. I think they was coming from the park. And they sat on the porch because it was a nice day outside. I do remember that. So these two guys started walking down the street because I had told my best friend, like, let's just go outside on the porch with my sisters until we figure out what we want to do. So we went outside on the porch with them. We was kicking it, just talking and laughing and stuff. And these two guys, like I said, began to walk down the street. Now, I have a middle sister and then I have an oldest sister. So my older sister knew one of the guys that was walking down the street, but he had his friend with him. So she was like, come here, like, what y'all up to? So they came up on my porch. So we was all outside. I was just listening to them talking stuff. So my oldest sister, like I said, she knew one of the guys. So they just going back and forth. They talking, they laughing and stuff. And the friend of the guy that my sister knew, he was holding a basketball. So she was like, oh, okay, y'all about to go play basketball? Or he was like, no, like, we just came back. Like, we tired. Like, we drank for real. Like, and so I was like, oh, okay. Like, you know, I'm just thinking in my head, like, maybe me and my best friend could go to the park. So the guy that my sisters didn't know, like the friend, he was like, I'm so thirsty. Like, oh my God, I'm so thirsty. Like, can somebody give me something to drink? So my older sister, she looked at me like, can you go get him something to drink? I'm like, sure, like, that's fine. So he happened to walk away. I think he like went down to the sidewalk. He did something, but he was no longer on the porch with us. So the guy that my sister knew, he like, to me, I bet you won't give him no toilet water. I was like, toilet water? So I'm like, like toilet water, that's nasty, y'all. So I'm like, what? He said, I dare you to bring my friend back some toilet water. I'm like, oh my God. So I tell my best friend, because she was already standing there, but I'm like asking her, like, what would you do? And she was like, girl, you know, I don't know, because toilet water, like, that's nasty. So I'm just like, you know, going back and forth, like, oh, what do you want to do? So I'm like, if I do this and he finds out, like, I don't know what's going to happen, or nothing may happen. Maybe he won't find out. Or what is it going to taste like? Like, ugh, like, it's no water from your refrigerator. It wasn't from the sink. Like, it was from the toilet. Like, that's so nasty. So I'm like, okay, I'm about to go, because he had ran back on the porch. He was done doing whatever he was doing. I don't even know what he did. I want to say he took a phone call or something, because he wound up running back on the porch. And he was like, you go get that water? So I'm like, I'm about to go get you some water. So mind y'all, from the front door of my house to the kitchen, I'm just contemplating like what I want to do. So we had 2 bathrooms at my house. So upstairs we had the full bath, shower, sink, to everything. Downstairs in the kitchen we had a half bath. So of course I'm going to the kitchen. I got to get the water, but I'm contemplating because I know the bathroom is also there. So if you remember now, even still to this day, at restaurants you have those big cups. For instance, I know like Taco Bell. I don't eat it. But Taco Bell, I know how them big cups. Like you can get the small, medium, but you get that big one. Even at Wendy's, they got like the 22 ounce. That's huge. So you know us. If you done went to a restaurant, we done turned it into some Tupperware, and now it's in our cabinet. So we got this huge cup. So I'm like, okay, I'm about to get him some ice. I'm about to hook him up because he's sweating. He's thirsty. They just got done playing basketball. Y'all, I still feel bad. I'm about to do the dare. Just thinking to myself in my head, I'm about to do the dare. But I was at the sink at first because I rinsed out the cup. They got him some ice. And when I got him some ice, I'm thinking like, do I just want to go to the refrigerator and pour him some? Or do I really want to step into the toilet? Like, do I want to go into the bathroom and see what it's going to be like? Y'all. So I take the big cup. Like I said, got him some ice. Was contemplating on the refrigerator water. And I was like, I'm about to do the dare. Y'all, I literally go to the bathroom, take the cup, do the gulp, and I fill up the cup. So the whole time I'm holding the cup, I'm like, do I really want to do this? Like, this is so nasty. Like, you use the bathroom, in the bathroom, on the toilet, y'all. So I took the big cup of water. It was filled to the top, swished it around so the ice could make it cold. And I told you, from the living room to the front door, like the living room where the front door and everything was at, to the kitchen, it really wasn't that long of a walk. But me doing this dare, I felt like it took forever to get back to the front door, outside to the porch. So y'all, I'm walking, contemplating, I'm shaking for real, because I'm like, oh my God, like, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm nervous. So, opened the screen door, and I gave him this cup of water. When I say he took it to the head, I mean, like, the cup was all the way at the top. He, trying to get more water. Like, he gets done, and he do this loud burp. He like, I'm like, but I'm thinking in my head, like, so he like, oh my God, that was so good. Thank you. Thank you so much. And so the friend that my sisters in them know, he looked at me like, did you do it? Like, did you do it? I'm like, so he like, hey, bruh. He like, what's up? He was like, you just drank some toilet water. He was like, what? He was like, yeah, I dare her to give you toilet water. Y'all, I felt so bad. I didn't know to laugh or to run or what. Because my sisters was like, what you do? I was like, he dared me to give him toilet water, so I gave him the toilet water. So he just stood there for a second because he realized he had just drunk the whole cup of water. When he got done, he looked at all of us. But then he started laughing. He was salty a little bit. He was like, what? Like, I can't believe I just drunk that. But then he started laughing. So, y'all, I was able to start laughing because I didn't know what was going to happen. I was so nervous. I felt bad. But then I was like, oh, it could be funny, though, for real. And I told you, like, I was younger. But I just knew this was something I would never forget because I'm like, you don't just be giving people no toilet water on a day-to-day basis. This is not something regular. And then it's a toilet. Like, why do you want to even go that close and put your hands and be close? That's how I knew I was young. But I'm like, that's something I'll never forget. But I'm just like, that is a dare that I did that was crazy. But I am going to say one thing. When I say I ain't never see that dude again at my house, ever. Because after a while, I think him and the one my sister knew, I think they was actually going back to the basketball court. It was like taking a break. That's why he still had the basketball. They was walking down the street. So they was going back to the court. Because a little bit after the dare, they wound up leaving. But y'all, I ain't never see him back on my porch, at my house, nothing. I'm like, I felt so bad. But then when I just realized everybody was laughing and it really was a joke, I'm like, oh, okay, I guess it's cool to laugh. But I was like, oh, I feel so bad. But his friend was like, I bet you won't. Like, I dare you. I'm like, shoot, all right. Let me go ahead and own up to this dare. Y'all. So that's why I was like, have y'all ever been dared to do something that y'all didn't know if y'all really was going to do it? Or you wound up doing it and you felt bad afterwards? Or what was the consequences of your actions? So make sure in the comments below, you tell me the dare that you actually committed and tell me what happened, because I'm just like, I didn't know what I was going to do. I was going to not do it, but then I was like, girl, just do it. Ain't no big deal. But I'm like, if somebody would have did this to me, I would have been pissed. I'm not even going to hold you. Like, if somebody would have tried to give me some toilet water, I would have been pissed. Like, I would have been trying to fight. Like, but, so yeah, that was my story time for today. Like I told y'all, it was going to be just this quick story time. I was like, something I'll never forget. Younger, hanging with my sisters, trying to fit in or be in with them. And my best friend was just shaking her head at me like, I cannot believe you really did that. I cannot believe you did it. But the way he burped, like, that water was delicious. It was so good. I was like, you just drinking a whole bunch of toilet water and you don't even know. So to this day, I will never forget that. But like I said, guys, make sure that you like this video, comment down below, share this video, tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your friends to tell your friends. And make sure that you subscribe to this video, because I want to see y'all every time. In my world, we are like this. But thank you guys for tuning into my world today. I do hope to see you next time. Bye.
Are you listening?
Hey, 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 hey. Let's talk about it, Shantae. Let's talk about it, Shantae. Let's talk about it, Shantae. Don't talk about it, Shantae. Let's talk about it, Shantae. Let's talk about it, Shantae. Let's talk about it, Shantae.
I'ma talk about it, okay?
Only place I wanna be is in Shantae's world. Only place I wanna be is in Shantae's world. Only place I wanna be is in Shantae's world. Only place I wanna be is in Shantae's world. Let's talk about it, Shantae. Let's talk about it, Shantae. Let's talk about it, Shantae. Don't talk about it, Shantae. Let's talk about it, Shantae. Let's talk about it, Shantae. Let's talk about it, Shantae. Don't talk about it, Shantae.